All right, folks, we have here in front of me FT-32D Calatrava from FansToys, aka Long Haul, the fourth Constructicon that we're going to be unboxing today. So come join me and let's dive right in. All right, so let's look at the box art. Calatrava. Now again, I always wondered who comes up with these names because this Calatrava reminds me of, I think it's food, baklava or something. It's a type of food from the Mediterranean, I think. Really outrageous names. Calatrava here is FT-32D. FansToys in China, of course, 2026. This is Long Haul, the fourth Constructicon that we're going to be putting together. Box art, not too shabby. It's not the best looking box art. You would think we'd get Udon or even Dreamwave type of art on the box that we have here. I know Dreamwave went kaput many years back, but Dreamwave, in my opinion, had the best Transformers art from Pat Lee, of course. A little ding on the box there shows E. Let's open it up. Let's quickly just observe here. So we got here Calatrava. Look at the box art. Now on the back here, Calatrava is an underappreciated grunt, or so he believes. A programmed engineer built strong and durable. He's been relegated to hauling materials for Hereticon military installations to work matters, but he longs to design masterpieces like Gary or Crack Skulls on the front lines. Either way, he feels his talents are being wasted. Unfortunately for him, his massive haul truck alt mode makes him perfect for the job. He can carry 450 tons across vast distances. That raw power also makes him near unstoppable combatant. He knows he's more than capable of crushing the pathetic Motobot foes. He also knows that will never be his primary focus. Thus, Calatrava is generally unhappy. But what can he do? He's smart enough to hide his feelings from Hereticon leadership, yet discontent enough to gripe endlessly to his fellow Constructicons. Their usual response: go fetch the graviton stabilized astro concrete. When battle finally comes, he merges with them to form the terrible Gestalt Gargantus, the architect of destruction. So there we have all four of the existing Constructicons, aka the Constructicons. So we're at number 4 now, guys, almost there. We got 2 more coming that we're gonna be unboxing. This is quite a journey, so if you've gotten this far with my videos, thank you for watching, and hopefully you're subscribed, and if you haven't, please do. All right, so let's take a quick peek now and see what's inside. Okay. Oops. This part is rewarding. Now, my cats are somewhere here. They're resting. Sharpie's usually wanting to get in the action, but here's the box, the styrofoam container. FT-32D. Okay, so we'll open it up from this angle. I believe this is the top part, the thin one. Ta-da! All right, we have here Long Haul, Calatrava. Okay, we're gonna open up the instruction manual. Got all of the Ziploc bags, guys. There's usually a card here. Oh, there it is. So we've got, just like the rest, they're collector cards. Calatrava. Okay. That's his specs. Now, to give you a preview of the instruction manual, I'm just gonna shuffle through this really quickly so you can see. Okay, so it comes with the robot, blaster, trumpet, the Devastator parts. Pretty self-explanatory here. Now, we will transform Calatrava here into the dump truck mode just so that we can take a look and see what it looks like. Now, if you've seen my previous unboxing videos, transforming these toys from robot to vehicle mode is my least favorite thing about these unboxing videos, because they take forever and they're not exactly the easiest to transform. I'm always get a little anxious that I'm gonna break it. If I twist and turn certain parts, it feels like I'm gonna break it, but I go as careful as I can, and luckily I haven't done anything that would destroy the toy. So yeah, again, just pretty straightforward transformation. I am looking forward to constructing the upper torso of Devastator here. So near the end of the video, we're going to make sure that we connect him to the existing parts of Devastator that I've had previously. All right, so yeah, that gives you an idea what we're going to be working with Calatrava. Okay, just gonna take a quick look here. The plastic, we got his trumpet. Okay, leave that there. Got some parts for Devastator here. Now the toy itself, let's take it out of the styrofoam packaging here. Right out of the styrofoam. This part is very loose. I don't know what's going on here, but I'm not impressed with the way this is dangling like this. Now the design of the robot itself, pretty cool, I guess, but the only cool thing about him is his head. Everything else kind of looks strange. His leg here looks a little odd. Rubber tires, looks nice. Okay. I'm sure once I pose him, I'll probably get some better dynamic poses, but yeah, right out of the styrofoam packaging here, this leg, look, I don't know if I'm the only one that has this type of model, but guys, if you have this sort of issue, please comment below. I'd love to know if other people are experiencing the same type of looseness on the leg part here. So let's just put them aside here for a second. Let's see. We have, now this is the part where we attach this to the other Constructicons to form Devastator, but we're definitely going to look into this near the end. So yeah, this is his blaster. So I'm going to take it out just for the sole purpose of doing the 360 turntable and transforming him into the vehicle mode. So yeah, so far so good. My first overall impressions with the toy, again, I'm not impressed with the way this is kind of loose. I mean, it's not bad, but you saw how it was kind of dangling very loosely. I don't like that at all. But robot design, the back part looks a little strange here. Okay, he is a dump truck, so I think that's why the foot design here looks like this. Okay, I like the tires here. It's nice and big and it's rubber. And long haul here, his head kind of articulates like that, so you got a lot of action there as far as the posability is concerned. All right, so yeah, we'll set everything aside. We'll do a little bit more in-depth poses, and we'll dive right into vehicle mode, 360, and Devastator mode. All right. All right, guys, so here we have Calatrava standing in this angle. I was playing around with it earlier, and the legs are the weakest part of this toy, okay? In my opinion, again, I don't know if everybody has the same sort of issue where his legs are, see, like, notice how I just kind of loosely doesn't stand its ground. That's probably the weakest part of this toy. Now, he looks pretty cool though, as far as like his look, okay? He definitely has, like, there's something about him, like his pose, I guess, the way his body is shaped. I like how his arms articulate like that. It's almost like he's doing like a horse stance in Kung Fu, you know? But yeah, this part here, guys, I want to keep saying this part here just seems to be the worst part of this toy, okay? Now, pose-wise, during the turntable part of my video, I'll be sure to come up with a couple of dynamic poses to see if there's any chance of getting this guy to come up with some cool stuff. But again, this is just initial first impressions for this guy. The back part definitely has a lot of weird stuff going on. This part here in the back, I don't know if that's got anything to do with the way he's not able to stand up properly, but you know, we'll find out later. But overall, I guess I'd say this figure is probably my least favorite out of the 4 that I collected so far. Mainly because of this part of the leg. Again, this is not something I'm quite impressed with, okay? He looks pretty cool though, honestly. Like I like his face, you know, like this part of his arms. Like, see how his arms does this? The other Constructicons don't do this. So he's got potential. It's just his freaking legs are just awful, okay? He keeps falling back down. See? Oh, see? It's very loose. And I'd say out of 5, I'd give this guy like a passing score to 2.5 out of 5. Not my favorite out of the 4 I have so far, but we'll work with it, okay? So Calatrava, long haul, pretty satisfactory, if you ask me. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess we'll have to see what dynamic poses that we come up with him. And oops. Now, guys, this, by the way, quickly just to showcase this is the part for Devastator. Once we transform Calatrava into Devastator combiner mode, we'll attach this and attach it to the rest of the Constructicons, and that will wrap up my video. But this pretty much sums up what we have here for Calatrava. We got the robot mode, Devastator parts, the trumpet, okay, and his blaster. So stick around, we'll do the truck mode in a moment, do 360 turntable, some dynamic poses, and of course we'll do combiner mode last. So stick around and we'll dive right in to vehicle mode next. All right, here we have long haul in vehicle form. This was, oh boy, I gotta say it's one of the most challenging things about this thing was to transform it in vehicle mode, okay? I took my time, of course. I didn't want to damage any parts. I've seen in a video online where this guy was trying to move the legs and a piece broke off, so that made me even more anxious about making sure I don't damage this toy, because these guys are not cheap, okay? Making sure that you transform them properly is, of course, top priority, but at the same time, you don't want to cause more headaches for yourself by incorrectly moving a piece, causing it to crack and break off. So we want to avoid that at all costs. So here we have long haul Calatrava as the dump truck. Okay, he looks pretty good as far as the aesthetic. Okay, like he's it's not bad looking, but again, transforming this thing was living. Oh, it was a nightmare. Okay, I think the look of the dump truck overall is pretty cool looking. Just some things to take note of. The wheels look very nice thick rubber tires, but as you can see here, notice how it's not perfect. Okay, like see how like the back part isn't even touching the ground, and you know, I'm not gonna lose any sleep trying to perfect it, but as you can see there, tires moving there, this one's moving, but when it comes to the other side, it's not completely touching. And you got to be careful with parts like this. See, like this part here isn't sinking into the groove there properly, and over here too, it's again, it's not perfect, but we're not going to be leaving it in vehicle mode for, you know, display purposes. We're going to be making sure that we leave it in Devastator combiner mode. So this is just for demo purposes, to be honest, and just to show everybody in the video what it looks like. Again, this is my least favorite part of the video. Transforming this thing, again, was no picnic. By the way, one thing I realized when I was assembling Calatrava into vehicle mode was, you may notice in the video earlier on where I had him standing up, you'll see it in the 360 turntable video. There's a part where this part over here, okay, apparently it comes off, but I didn't read the manual right when I did the unboxing video, because apparently this part comes right off. So I apologize, guys, that you may notice he's standing up with this big giant thing, looks like giant testicle dangling from the back of his legs. So again, I apologize for leaving it over there. I didn't look over the manual. I only found out that it comes off after I did the video. So if you notice that was there, again, little mistake that I overlooked. But yeah, you know, I guess you know, it is what it is at that point. I'm not gonna redo the videos just to remedy that part, but you get the idea. All right, so this is Calatrava long haul in vehicle mode. Okay. Oh, and also for those people who are curious, here's a can of Fuse iced tea, just to show you the size dimensions, how big the dump truck looks like compared to real life objects. Okay, that's what it looks like, just for size comparison purposes. All right, so this took a while to put together, and I gotta tell you that this is probably the hardest part about Calatrava, is transforming it into combiner mode. All right, this was no easy task. I had to source out a couple of videos on YouTube just to try to figure out how to do this, and this was no picnic. All right, but here we have the torso for Devastator, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna put the other parts together. This one here goes on top here like this, okay, and this part goes like this. The wings are very delicate on this angle here. Just gotta snap it in. And what happens here is Devastator's upper torso, you gotta angle it like this so that when we place it on top, you can't really see it here, this part here angles right into this. This part goes down like that. And when you stick it in here like this, oops, this part here kind of just locks down, and this part here, this goes in here like that, and this part here goes in like this. Okay, so you got this part locked in, and then underneath here there's a joint here that kind of locks into place so that it doesn't fall out. Just kind of clips into that like this. So there, oops, locks into this part. This right here, that little latch here, it latches onto that, which locks it into place, just like that. All right. So this is the upper torso combined with the headpiece. We have here the arm and the leg, just like that. Okay, I kind of give you a little tour here from the back. This is what it looks like. This part is placed at the very bottom here like this. This is what the side looks like. It's still a little wobbly, if you ask me. And we're gonna go ahead and attach the arm. Now what I'm gonna do is, just so that you can see it here, there's a little groove here that attaches to this part right there. And let's attempt. There we go, just like that. All right, I'm gonna position his hand like this, just like that. Oh my God, ladies and gentlemen, I present to you half of Devastator. This looks incredible. I'm a loss of words just looking at this, man. To think we have an accurate G1 Devastator right in front of me. Halfway there, 2 more left. But man, I am in absolute awe at how awesome this looks, okay? I can't really move him too much because some of the parts are a little wobbly. I had to put his hand here to maintain the balance, but just to show you how magnificent this FansToys Devastator looks, okay? Just look at his head sculpt, his proportions, everything about it, just perfect. My God, okay? I want to make sure that you stick around for all the videos, so make sure to subscribe to my channel. We'll be sure to collect the last 2 Constructicons, and we're going to be forming Devastator to make sure that we get all of them in one piece to finalize this classic G1 Transformer combiner. All right, so there we have it, folks. Devastator looking mighty good. And just to show you the finer points, look at this, look at this. Goodness. Wow. Just to think, I have 2 left. It's been quite a journey assembling Devastator, but we're almost there, guys. This looks incredible. G1 Devastator. Probably the best looking combiner in my opinion. Classic G1 Transformers right here. Now, in case you're wondering how big Devastator is, here is an SD can to give you an idea of the sheer size of this awesome combiner. All right, once we get Hadid coming next, he's the next FansToys Constructicon, which is also the other leg for Devastator. And once we get him, we'll combine it. We'll do another size comparison just to give you an idea how big Devastator really is in real life. All right. All right, folks, so that about wraps up my video here for FT-32D, our fourth Constructicon Calatrava, also known as long haul. One of the 6 Constructicons that we're going to be combining to form Devastator. So stick around. Please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. We'll be sure to do the unboxing videos for the remaining 2 Constructicons, so make sure that you're subscribed to my channel for future updates. But for now, this is Cito and Calatrava Long Haul signing off. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you next time. Bye for now.